Today is the day when we welcome home Salonika Company, one of the companies of the battalion who have been in Afghanistan for the last 6 months.
We've had quite a few different taskings. We started off out there doing something called TLZ patrols, which is protecting the airplanes or the airframes landing in Bastion. We were doing sort of a week rotation of that. We then moved on to something called IRT, which is the immediate response teams. That's picking up casualties from all over Helmand and evacuating them back to Bastion for medical treatment. We then were deployed to Lashkargah, so we did quite a lot of patrols up there, which is moving from more of a sort of rural area to a city area. So that certainly had its own challenges, moving through sort of built-up areas and things like that. We then moved back to Bastion just in time for Christmas, which was quite nice. Bastion's relatively easier camp than some of the other FOBs. We then moved into the operation to retake Muzakala, so we're back up there sort of in shell scrapes and in trenches and things. So that was getting quite challenging.
It is tough. The physical conditions are very hard. During the time they were there, they saw the very extreme heat of summer in the desert, and they saw the extreme cold in the middle of winter when they had several feet of snow.
I mean, you certainly learn a lot, in yourself and in other people. I think you gain a lot of skills, sort of team leadership skills and skills to take with you, and I hope there's lots of things I can carry on.
Well, the enemy's very active, and so they were constantly aware of the risk of enemy action and of the danger of that. And in addition, many of them were involved in fighting with the enemy, and that was dangerous.
I mean, I think one of the most demanding things was obviously IRT, which I mentioned. I think there you certainly find a newfound respect for ambulance and police crews and things like that, because they realise what a good job they do until you actually do something similar. Perhaps can't realise it quite as much.
Most of the British bases are associated with an Afghan village or town, and the soldiers of Salonika Company would frequently patrol in those villages and towns and get to know the local people. And they were very much welcomed by the local people and developed relationships with them. So that was a great opportunity for our riflemen to interact with those people.
It was sort of a massive culture shock, really. I mean, it's sort of very hard to imagine how the Afghan people live out there without sort of being out there. Again, I think it makes you realise sort of what privileged lifestyle you've led, really, having sort of never done without food and things like that. But I think that we are making a difference out there, regardless of what some people say. I think certainly from the 6 months I was out there, you can see the change and the sort of feedback from the Afghan locals.
And today's an opportunity for all of us, that's their military colleagues in the battalion and the other battalions, our chain of command, our royal colonel, and of course the civic community as well, to welcome them back and say how much we appreciate what they've done.
I think I'm just sort of going to take it one day at a time, really. Plan to go on holiday for a little while, visit some relatives, and then just sort of try and get back into the normal life, really. I think it'll be quite challenging going from doing lots every day to sort of nothing. I think I might find it a bit boring, but certainly it's nice to be back. Most of my family are coming here. My mum, my 3 sisters, their partners, 2 nephews, and also some friends of the family, so there should be quite a good turnout. It's really nice to be back with the family and everything.
It's gone quite quickly, fortunately.
Yeah, it has gone by very quickly, and it's nice to get him back.
It is.
It's good to see them all, girls and the boys. They've all done us very proud.
They have, yeah.
Yeah, very much so. It's been tough, but not as tough as they had it, so you've got to keep it in perspective, because horrible watching news and then feeling relief because yours is all right, but someone else's isn't. So
It's been a nice day.
you pleased to see David, Uncle David?
Good old Shy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're going to go shine now.
Well, we are tremendously proud of them, but it's great to have them back, and it's great to have them back, all of them, with no serious injuries.